we were talking, before, how we both have sporting backgrounds, and I think almost having that discipline, almost hunger, and not that you want to win all the time, because that's impossible, but I think it does give you that drive and determination. And maybe, do you think that's part of the reason why you've always been looking for opportunities and finding them? Do you think that might help the sporting bit?
I think that the mindset that I picked up, I mean, I competed nationally as a gymnast. My life was in the gym 20 to 25 hours a week, year round. And so um, the 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 mindset that you walk away with is, no matter what, I'm getting back up again. Nobody is perfect the first time doing the backflip, or whatever you're doing. And so you have to get in your reps, and you have to continually practice, and you're gonna fall. That's just part of it. And so they talk about in Silicon Valley all the time, failing forward. There's a lot of that happens in sport, and it's that commitment to continue to press on. And in gymnastics especially, even though there's an element of the team
Yeah.
sport, a lot of the times you're competing against yourself, and you're continually striving for your own personal best. And so I always went above and beyond. Our practices were 20 to 25 hours a week officially, but then in the summer my dad had built me a balance beam, and I was out in the yard for another 8 hours, as long as the sun was up, flipping around on that thing, continuing to just, build my muscle memory and skills and strength. And the other thing that really, I think, came out of it was this, you're building physical muscles, but I also think about the way we think sometimes is building mental muscles and facing fear continually, getting used to continually facing fear and discomfort, and knowing that as you're going through the learning process, when you're trying something new, you're going to suck at it at first. And you got to be okay with that if you're ever going to become awesome at anything. And so, the ability to stick with it, the ability to try new things, and a little bit of risk taking. I think a lot of that I got from my experience in gymnastics.
And I think that two really interesting points you bring up there. I think firstly, it's about, I think, the process. Don't worry so much about the outcome, just really focus on the process. And if you do that, and you keep grinding away, I think good things eventually will happen. And I think sometimes people get too fixated about, win, loss, success, failure. And in a way, you have to just say, okay, forget about that. I'm just going to do good work, hard work, and good things will happen. But also, I think it's about reframing and dealing with failure. And I think we'll touch on this later about the Stockdale paradox, and how you're almost trying to bend reality to your own, in your own favor, which I think is really interesting. But we'll definitely touch on that on the back end.